What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to an NFL Week 6 preview. Starting off with a Thursday night game in Foxborough. The Patriots and the Giants. I mean, this is going to be probably as one-sided as it can be. A lot of injuries on the Giants side. It's going to make it difficult for Daniel Jones to have any sort of success unless the Patriots just take a complete night off and say, screw this game. If that happens, they'll probably win. If not, it's probably not going to be ugly. Then on Sunday, we have another London game. This one very early in the morning Eastern Time. Panthers and Buccaneers. Nice little divisional matchup. This will be good. Probably going to lean more toward the Panthers on this one, but this will be a close matchup considering it's in London. And since there's no neutral ground here, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are more likely to steal one from the favorite team. Usually that's how a lot of these London games work. But moving on from there is a game affectionately being called the Tank Bowl or the Shit Bowl between the Redskins and the Dolphins. I mean, you can flip a coin, and either one will be fine. Both of these teams are 0-5. Well, Miami's 0-4 technically because they had a bye. But both teams have not won a game yet this year. Both need a win bad. The Redskins just fired their head coach because Jay Gruden is an idiot and doesn't know how to coach. So, really, you can flip a coin, and any pick will be fine. I guess if you're going to pick a team, probably the Redskins, maybe because they fired Jay Gruden, so they'll be more motivated. But they're just as bad as the Dolphins, so any pick is good. And then the Eagles are going to travel to Minnesota to face the Vikings. The Vikings are looking for redemption. They're also looking for victories. I would say go for them at home because that's a safe pick, but the Eagles are certainly going to try to bring the pain. The Eagles have upset the Vikings in the past before. This certainly could be another one of those types of games for them. And then going to Kansas City with the Texans and the Chiefs, that's going to be very good. The Chiefs are probably going to look to bounce back after that humiliating loss at home against the Colts. And the Texans just came off putting 52 points up on the Falcons. This will be a nice offensive battle right here. I don't expect too much defense to be played in this one. I expect a lot of scoring at least. As far as a winner, you can pick anybody, but I expect high scoring in that game. Saints and Jaguars, that's going to be another good one. The Saints have actually been looking good without Drew Brees. Of course, they need him, but Bridgewater has been enough of a game manager to where they can get victories without having to just rely on the same old offense. They've been able to shift the offense a little bit, still get some victories out there. The Jaguars just took an L recently, so they're going to look for some revenge, but expect the Saints to just continue rolling here, but again, another good game on the schedule. Then, of course, you have Browns and Seahawks. You have the Seahawks who are looking fantastic. You have the Browns that look like garbage. Rumors are they're trying to trade Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know how true that is, but that is a rumor being floated out there. So that probably tells you they realize how much they suck and they're going to wave the white flag early. Pick the Seahawks in this one. Ravens and Bengals, this will be a game that should be a bounce back for the Ravens. I'm going to be at this game to see this up close. But if I'm going to choose, probably going to lean more toward the Ravens only because the Bengals are 0-5. They have yet to win a game this year, and plus they're going to be in Baltimore, which is hard for a team like that to win. It is a nice divisional matchup, but if the Ravens lose here, they're going to have to address a whole lot of problems on that defense if that defense does not at least hold back that Bengals offense for this game. And then we get into our 4 o'clock games. Another divisional matchup in the 49ers and Rams. This will be good, 4-0 versus 3-2. San Fran actually has a better record than the Rams, and usually that doesn't happen. So it seems like a whole different feeling, a whole different team, a whole different vibe going into this one. You could go with either team. I would likely go with the team that's undefeated. You know, the 49ers are probably going to lose at some point, but if there's a team that can do it, that can take it to the limit, the Rams can. But I have to be honest, the Rams haven't looked as dominant as they usually have. They're only 3-2 so far in the season, but maybe they'll start to pick up some steam. And then, other 4 o'clock game, Falcons and Cardinals. Cardinals are trash. The Falcons have not looked their best either, but I mean, this is essentially a 1-4 Falcons team versus a 1-3-1 Cardinals team. Not as bad as Redskins and Dolphins, but still a pretty bad game. So flip a coin, pick one of those terrible teams, and hope one of them just somehow gets a victory. And then of course you have the Jets and the Cowboys, which should be a complete slugfest. In terms of, well, not even a slugfest, it'll probably just be a slaughter for the Cowboys because the Jets have nothing to offer. They're 0-4, and there's already rumors of Adam Gase, the head coach, being fired before, really, I think after this year. So yeah, not necessarily good in Jets paradise right now. And then moving to our other 4 o'clock game, we have the Titans and Broncos. Broncos coming off their first victory of the season. You have the Titans, who are 2-3, not a very good record. They need a win in the worst way. They're probably going to play like a desperate squad, whereas the Broncos, they did get a victory last week, but I don't know if that trend's going to continue. I wouldn't count on it, so lean more toward the Titans here, but we'll see. And then our premier game, Sunday night game, Steelers and Chargers. Chargers need a win in the worst way after giving it up last week, and the Steelers need one too, but the Steelers have looked bad when comparing both teams. The Steelers haven't really looked all that swell, and neither have the Chargers, but give the slight edge to the Chargers. Hopefully the Steelers can come out motivated, because if not, Mike Tomlin's job is going to be on the line. And then, of course, Monday night is a divisional matchup, the Packers and the Lions. This is actually going to be really good. The Lions are, for once, playing like a team that has a chip on their shoulder, and Green Bay's on a roll. Green Bay's probably going to win, but at least Detroit will make a game out of it. It won't be the usual, one-sided curb stomping that Packers-Lions games usually are, especially on Thanksgiving. So, at least this year it'll actually be good. But, of course, the only way to find that out is to watch. Folks, that concludes the Week 6 wrap-up. Let me know who your teams are. Let me know how they're doing. Let me know what your picks are. And I will see you next week to wrap all of this up.